What's up, guys? Welcome to another live stream. Your driver Mike here, coming to you live from still nice San Diego, California. Thanks for joining. Let me know where you're watching from in the every time. Right over here in the live chat. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I appreciate you being here. We have something big to talk about. If you're watching this live, if you're watching this on the rebroadcast, this is something very big for myself and for the channel. Some big developments, as you saw in the thumbnail, as you saw in the title, as you saw in the right there, the itinerary for today, guys. The worst thing that could have happened, that may have happened, didn't happen. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So thanks for joining, guys. Let's get right into it. What are we talking about? So if you didn't see the video, the live stream yesterday, probably one of the craziest moments I've ever experienced. Maybe in general, let alone just on the road driving. Just in general, one of the craziest moments. Sleeping Elephant, thanks for joining. Kenny, thanks for joining. Free refills. Timothy Wong. Good to see some regulars in here. I appreciate you being here, guys. One of the craziest things I've ever experienced, really in general, guys. So for those of you who don't know, we're very into fitness here on the channel, staying healthy, right? Eating well, take care of your body. So we're on our way to the gym. This was Saturday. Saturday afternoon, maybe what, 1:30 p.m. Pacific? Timothy says, uh-oh, doesn't sound good. Oh, well, we need to fill in everyone that's not really sure what's going on here. So, we're on our way to the gym, and I drive a 2010 silver Dodge Caliber. I bought it new back in 2010, really out of college. I graduated, college 2010, got my first job, bought this car brand new. And if you have an idea of where this is sounding like it's going, I'm sure you're probably right. So, I have put 130,000, excuse me, close to 130,000 miles on this little nice commuter, right? That's like, what, I don't know, 150 horsepower is very modest. But the reason I got a Dodge Caliber, this was before Uber really was even a thing, pretty much. Really in its infancy in New York at the time with Uber. I wanted something that didn't look like your traditional kind of sedan, right? I wanted a moonroof, and I wanted to buy it new. I felt like buying a new vehicle was an accomplishment. I wanted to be proud of owning that vehicle, brand new. And I wanted to be obviously within a budget, being a recent graduate and making what I was making. I wanted to be those decently priced. So that Dodge Caliber is about 18,000. I think it was something like that, 18,000, maybe 19,000. It had the moonroof. I was able to afford it, and I bought it new, 2010. So that car has been all over the eastern states, the Midwest, really. I moved from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania last year here to beautiful San Diego, California. I love it here in San Diego. And that car has been to, Ohio, all throughout PA. It's been down to DC. I know there's plenty of other states in between there that I'm missing. I drove this car, the 2010 Dodge Caliber. I drove it across the entire United States for, what was it, guys? 4 days, nonstop, 9 hours a day, to move here, to bring it here, of course, to San Diego. And if you guys are interested, we actually have a whole playlist on the channel documenting a few live streams twice a day that we did on that journey across the entire country with this Dodge Caliber nonstop. Free refills, 130,000 miles in 8 years. I can do that in a year and a half with gigs and odd jobs. That's a lot of driving. The average car is driven about, I think 15,000 miles a year is what I've heard, the figure. Now, of course, if you're using your car exclusively for the gig economy with rideshare delivery, then yes, you're going to put triple, 4 times more miles on your car every year. So I know you guys, I know you guys like hearing the chase. I want to give you guys a little bit of a background for those of you who don't know what this vehicle means to me and my history with this Dodge Caliber. So on our way to the gym yesterday, 200 I'm sorry. Yes, the passing of the ego. Oh no, I'm not sure that's referring to Timothy. So, on our way on the 805 north to the gym on Saturday, yesterday, we were driving the Caliber, and as I mentioned this in the live stream yesterday, that car has been driving kind of oddly. The acceleration has been kind of hitching, especially on hills. It was almost coughing when it was accelerating. It was really dipping down in the power and losing power when it was accelerating between 1,000, 2,000 RPMs when it first started getting going. It would start, but again, it would really hitch and almost cough. So this had been going on for some time. And again, as I mentioned, that car needed servicing, and we did not get it serviced. And what happened yesterday is I felt on the freeway a very sudden and noticeable drop in horsepower, in power. Timothy says no, voice to text. Sorry, no worries, Timothy. I was going to say, what is that referring to, Timothy? So I noticed a very noticeable drop in horsepower, and I kind of felt it just kind of almost give out, really. And instinctively, because I felt a loss in speed, I hit the gas a little harder. And I turned my music down. This is all like instant. This happened instantly. Turn my music down, and then I look in the rearview mirror. And I see debris, metal pieces. If I can guess, there was probably 6 pieces, it's very ranging from very small pieces to, I don't know, maybe some 8-inch, 7-inch piece. I don't even know. It happened so fast, of course. I look behind me and I see debris. I see metal debris. And I see white smoke. A good amount of it, kind of a big plume, circular plume of white smoke. Dwayne, I was on when you went live the side of the road. Dwayne, I appreciate you being here again. If you guys watching right now. Ooh, something big happened. Listen to this. So, a white plume of smoke behind the vehicle. And I thought, you're so stupid. I thought, oh, it just happened. It just happened, like I told you guys yesterday. Don't ignore service issues, which I did. This is a learning experience all day. I mean, to see debris behind your vehicle with that white smoke, driving on the freeway, and I was in the maybe second left-hand most lane out of a 5-lane intersection. Excuse me. We're drinking the Monster Max Solaris today, which is amazing. So to see that, but obviously I immediately pull over and get over to the right shoulder. And that's where I stopped my car and we called AAA. And thankfully, AAA came very quickly, and the service person was able to get me to a garage that was about 5 minutes away, headed in the direction I was headed anyway. Timothy, thank you so much, man. Timothy turning the Phillips Hue yellow for the $10 super chat. RIP. See, Timothy's already calling it. Timothy's like, RIP, man. Car's done. I'm sorry to hear. Timothy, I really appreciate that. Especially now. Let me just, I didn't know when I was going to mention this. I'm going to mention it now. And I'm going to mention this once. And I'm not one to really mention this a lot. But for the first time out of over 300 videos, I put a PayPal link in the description of this video. Because yes, guys, yes, the car is done. The car is done. Okay. What the garage told me specifically is the debris that you saw was part of the engine. And they told me that I threw a rod through the engine and it would need a new engine. And the guy quoted me 6,000 to 9,000 on the vehicle, which, I mean, fully depreciated. This car is worth 9,000 to 10,000 anyway. So, especially now, for the first time ever in over 300 videos, I'll just say, if you guys want to help the channel, if you want to help me, There's a PayPal link in the description. Of course, the super chats always help because now this is going to be going to a new vehicle. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm going to say it once because I'm not one to say, hey, donate to PayPal. I mean, I'll say it once. It's listed down there. I don't even know if I'm going to put it in other videos, but I put it in this one in the live stream yesterday. And that's that. I'm not going to make this a live stream of asking for donations. You know, we all make our own money, but if you feel so inclined, it's going to a new vehicle. Oh, I should say use a vehicle. So let's talk about next steps. Actually, that's a good transition. Great transition to next steps. The 2010 Dodge Caliber is done. Timothy, really sorry to hear all of our worst nightmares. Yeah, for them to tell me the debris you saw was part of the engine, you threw a rod through the engine. It's going to need a new engine. It's just as I put in the title. I mean, it's the worst thing that I could have anticipated, but I mean, it's a learning lesson. You know, it's no one else's fault but my own for not getting it serviced. Now, hey, the good part about it, and you know, I encourage you guys and everyone to really look at opportunities and positives with really anything. Is hey, I needed a new car. I mean, this is a 2010. It was 130,000 miles. I make decent enough money where it was about time. You know, it was about time to get a new vehicle. So here's our next steps. Is I have to decide what we're going to do with the Caliber. If you guys have experience with getting rid of, totaled vehicles, damaged vehicles, we're going to need to figure out what we're going to do with the Caliber. I called the garage today. They called me. I returned their call and didn't get them on the phone today. So we need to figure out what to do with the Caliber. I mean, if we can sell it somewhere, if we have to donate it, whatnot. There's paperwork I have to file with that. Timothy says, you do a great job. I appreciate that. Dwayne says, you go in XL, select Lux. Timothy, no one got hurt and you got a new car. Excuse me. Yes, thankfully, no one got hurt. I did briefly look at the cars behind me. And another thing is this did happen on a Saturday. The tow person who was, I mean, everyone was really friendly. AAA was great. I've been a AAA member for 14 years. I've had them jump a battery in Pittsburgh. We've had them come out for my brother's car a couple times, I believe. Over 14 years as a member of AAA, and the customer service rep was very friendly. They sent me tracking to my phone where I could track the driver. It's something you didn't have 10 years ago, I'll tell you that, guys. When technology has come a long way, it's very nice to have that from AAA, that you can track the service driver, especially if you're in a tricky situation. And AAA said that they would escalate my towing because I was on a freeway and I wasn't somewhere residential or a retail area. I was on the freeway. So the service guy came to me in about 15 minutes, and that part went really smoothly. Timothy Wong, hey, what about Randy, Uberman? I was thinking about reaching out to Randy. Randy's got a lot of experience with cars in general. Hey, Richie Rich, thanks for joining. What's up, Mike? Sell as is. Yeah. I mean, I'm not like Randy. Auto auctions rebuild, aka Uberman. I'm not a car guy. I just want something that looks decent, runs well, and is affordable, right? And ideally with a moonroof. That's really what I want with this future car. It's, guys, hey, it's California here. We have beautiful weather really all year round. I use that moonroof a lot. I would really like to get a car with a moonroof. Appreciate that, Rich. Rich, thanks for being here. Rob says, at least your car wasn't totaled. Mine was. And I was looking into that too. What constitutes a totaled car? And apparently it's over 75% damage to the vehicle constitutes the vehicle as a salvage title or totaled. Again, it's initial kind of reading is what I found there. Timothy, AAA is real nice. Yeah, nice, real nice. They were very good. Rich says, send it to Uberman. Send it over to the auto sales, right? A-Rob says, my Uber car is done. Sell on offer up. I see a few ideas here. So next steps, guys. What are we going to be doing? Well, like I mentioned, we have to figure out what we're going to do with the Dodge Caliber. Again, I called the garage. They didn't get back to me after I called them this afternoon. But we're going to have to decline, obviously the servicing on the engine. So we're going to decline the servicing on the engine. Again, the tech quoted me $6,000 to about $9,000 for the servicing on the new engine. And I would imagine there's probably some other things that need done to it as well. I know that the car had a few recalls on it, and it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I could get and here's kind of the next steps, guys, is I can get a used vehicle for around $10,000 that is a few years old and still has a lot less miles than the Dodge Caliber. So here's what I'm looking at. I think I'll just show you. Timothy Wong says, from what I saw, it was at least 75% damaged. Wink, wink. I have no idea how that stuff works. I mean, the outside looked completely fine, but I didn't lift the hood. I didn't see under the hood. But it was making a pretty kind of ratcheting, clinking sound. I don't think it would even turn over. The tow guy tried it. It didn't really turn over. It started, but it didn't turn over. And you heard some real noticeable clicking in the engine. And it was, I mean, you could just tell the thing was just busted. But, okay. All right, let me show you guys something. So just to give you an idea of kind of what we're looking at. Okay, let's go into display capture mode. So something like this. I'll zoom in a little bit. So something like a used, can I zoom in any more for you guys? Kinda. So I'm looking at used Volkswagen Jettas. The price is good. You can see this one, 2015, for I think a really good price, $9,499. It's got 45,000 miles, which is solid. Again, my Caliber had 130,000 miles. And you can see in these pictures, I mean, it's a nice vehicle. Qualifies for Uber easily. I really like the back. You can see everything's nice and clean on it as far as headlights. You don't have the fogging. I mean, my Caliber had a bit of fogging. I mean, I took care of those headlights. I restored those headlights a couple of times, but it still had some fogging. I mean, this is a nice vehicle. It's got a nice black cloth interior. I would love leather, but, you know, I'm here for something, you know, a reliable commuter. I don't need everything. I just want a reliable commuter. 45,000. Now, this one does not have a backup camera, which my Caliber didn't have. So let's go back to I'm going to show you guys something. So you can see this one does not have a sunroof. I really would like a sunroof. Just again, here in California, it'd be really nice to drive and be able to enjoy the weather. But, you know, what do you guys think? I mean, the reviews seem pretty good on the Jetta, and I just need something that's, you know, a good commuter. I don't need the most expensive looking car. I want something reliable that's going to keep monthly payments down because, hey, it's expensive here in California. So, low price, pretty good miles. And this is just one option. I mean, there's a few here. There's that Avis car sales. This is a nice one. Look at this. This is 2 years newer. A 2017. This is a Ford Focus. They're asking $10,800. It's got 44,000 miles. Now, this one has, I thought it had, I guess not. This one doesn't. I thought the picture showed a moonroof. It doesn't look like this has a moonroof. But that's okay. Something like, see, I don't love the Focus. Here's a Kia Forte for $10,008. Again, this one's okay. This isn't really what I'm leaning towards. I really like this Volkswagen Jetta. Here's the one I wanted to show you guys. 2017, that's a really new Volkswagen Jetta. And you can see the picture here. This one does appear to have a moonroof. And yeah, we can confirm that here. There's a picture. This one has a moonroof. You can see this is a very nice, sporty looking Jetta. This one's 11. I could probably get that down to 10.5 or so, or even cheaper. 41,000 miles. This is a solid vehicle. 2017, that's quite a step up from my 2010. Now, this is not a hatchback. My Caliber was a hatchback, and I really liked using that. Obviously, I could not charge scooters at all if I went with one of these sedans. Now, hey, we didn't really do any charging in October, but this would confirm I can no longer do scooter charging. I'm kind of fine with that. I mean, the pay decrease, the size is pretty hefty. And this I could focus on, and you can see here, guys, 28 city, 38 highway. This I could focus on the ride share, right? This is a nice car. This would be a very nice presence for doing ride share or delivery, right? Something like that. I mean, again, I just want something that looks pretty nice, that has a moonroof, that's around 10,000. And again, the miles, I like 40. 40 is a pretty good mileage marker. I mean, 60 would be okay. That'd kind of be my higher end. But what do you guys think? Do you have experience with these Jettas? I think it looks very sharp. Let me come back to you guys here. Those are, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on, hold on. Let me go back to the live chat. Somebody just dropped a super chat. Kenny Burkhart. I don't know if I've seen you in the live chat before. Kenny, if you have been here, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here on this stream. Dropped a $20 super chat. Hey, pal, sometimes bad things happen to good people. Your content helped me a lot, so time to give back. Kenny, thank you so much, man. That is awesome. That is really awesome. And not only that, but you get a Halloween-themed Philips Hue light. Well, Halloween's over. Yeah, Kenny, that's awesome, man. I appreciate that. What do you guys think of it? I think those Jettas look awesome. I mean, I want something that's a little sporty. Here's the thing. Here's my criteria, guys. Here's the criteria. I just want it to look, ideally sporty, nice, sharp, modern. I don't care about the manufacturer. Surprisingly, I really don't care about the manufacturer. Now, I'll keep that in mind, right? But when I got the Caliber, I didn't care if it was a Ford, a Dodge, what have you, a Kia. I don't really care. I just want it to look nice, be reliable. And let me just say, guys, that Dodge Caliber, which is now since discontinued, I'm going to catch up with you guys in a sec. I see a lot of comments. That was a great car. That was a tank. 130,000 miles. It really never went in for a major servicing. It was reliable. If I got that thing serviced when I should have, it would have gone another, who knows, 80,000 plus. So my fault there. Dumb. Learning decision, not decision, learning point there. But it was a great car. I mean, again, it's not the fanciest car. It's not the biggest car. It doesn't get the greatest gas mile. Well, I should say it doesn't get the best gas mile. It did get pretty good gas mileage, like 27, 28 average. Pretty solid. I always got full synthetic oil changes. I got the best, oil changes. It was a good car, solid commuter, and I took care of it. More so aesthetically, cleaning it very meticulously. I mean, I'm no mechanic. I know some people take it for every single required or suggested maintenance. I didn't do that, but I did get regular oil changes and all of that. It was a great car, though. Let me catch up with you. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think about these car suggestions. A-Rob says, buy a Corolla. Timothy, you really enjoyed the episode with Mike's brother. Hey, that was cool. Appreciate. I'm glad you like that, Timothy. Yeah, my brother Matt came out from Pittsburgh and loved it. I mean, San Diego is a gorgeous city. It's absolutely incredible. Sleeping Elephant. Hopefully you don't get a lemon. Yeah, let a mechanic look at it, and that's why I'm going with the dealerships. There's a few tiny dealerships that I'm not really a fan of, but there's big dealerships that I feel like I can trust more. But I hear you. Got to get a inspection regardless, right, of the size of the dealership. You should get a car inspection. I intend to. Thanks for that, Sleeping Elephant. Hey, Rob, I'm in the same situation. I hear you, man. Dwayne says, that's a nice one. The price is great. Great. Good to hear. Hey, Rob, it's hard. Trash. I'm not sure what that's referring to. Hopefully not the Jetta. Yeah, I'm looking at the price. Nice, Timothy says. Great. VW is reliable. Good to hear. Oh, a Corolla is trash. Oh, no. I haven't seen a lot of Corollas. Let's look at it again. I like it. I just want to look at it again, guys, because I like that car. Older. Volkswagen is a sport jet. I don't love that one. That's okay. See, here's a more expensive one. This one has, see, this is like brand new. 13,000 miles. This is 13,000. This is brand new. This is a 2017. It's got the nice daytime running lights. This one's sharp. So I like this one too. I mean, again, this is like brand new, guys. This is like 13,000 mile car from last year, 2017. They're asking for 13. If I can get this down to maybe 11.5, I don't think I can drop it. See, there's no moonroof. See, if this had a moonroof, I'd really fight for this car, but it doesn't. So if I don't get this in our price point, I don't think I'm going to go for this. But this one, see, I'm thinking two ways. If I can get a car under 10,000 or around 10,000, it'll be like more of a temporary car. I'll drive for X amount of years. This is a brand new car. This is pretty much brand new. 13,000 miles, that's really low. For $13,000, 2017, now again, I really wish it had a moonroof, guys. Oh my gosh. I really wish. But this one can drive for years. 13,000 miles, that's nothing. Sorry, I know I'm cycling through these quickly. What do you think of this one? Same thing. See, that's why it's good to have these choices, because it's like the same thing. It's the same Jetta as the 2015 right here. I mean, look at it. It looks 2015, 2017, 15, 17. So, I mean, obviously, this has the daytime running lights. Look, LEDs, I would imagine. I don't see any here, but they're really comparable. So, I don't know. Just an option. I don't really like. I mean, if I can get it obviously down from 13, I don't think they're going to come down below 12. They might. If I can get it below 12, that'd be fantastic, like 11.8 or something like that. But it's priced where it's at because it's got super low miles. So I don't think we can really score a super. You can see here, good deal below market value, 1,100 below market value. I think this is a pretty solid one. So here's number one, the 2017, or this 2015, which is only 9. See, this is a great price right here. Now, granted, it's got the higher miles. The other one had 13,000 miles. This is 45. But the other new car was asking 13. This is tough. What would you do? Live chat right now. If you're watching this rebroadcast, let me know. Would you go with the 2015 Jetta, 45,000 miles at 9.5? Here's your choice number one for 9,500. And that's just asking. You know you'll get it below that. You can probably get it for 92, 90. I'm sorry, a lot lower than that. If they're asking 9.5, you can get it for probably 9,000. 89. 89 would be crazy. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. So choice number one, would you go with this 2015 Jetta, 45,000 miles? That's a sharp car. I mean, it looks nice. And I keep my cars clean. So this would stay very nice looking. I don't know what's with my voice. Hold on. Let me mute this mic and... Sorry, guys. Oh, my goodness. Okay, and we're back. Choice number one, your 2015 Jetta. Or do you spend a little more? Do you go for the 2017? I mean, the pictures do it a little more justice. I think it's a more high-res picture, so it looks pretty sharp. It looks like LED daytime running lights, which I really like on cars. Super clean, I mean, super clear tail lights and headlights. No moonroof. These both don't have moonroofs, which is disappointing. Is it worth it to pay? I don't know. What if we get this for 11.8, let's say? Would you pay almost like $2,000 more to get a car that's 2 years newer and a third the miles? Almost a quarter of the miles. Roughly a third of the miles. And check this out, guys. 0 days on Car Gurus. This just went live, it looks like. Now I'm reviewing a lot. I'm reviewing, we'll pull Carfax for any car that I'm really serious in. But you can see here on a general check, I make sure there's no salvage title. I make sure there's no accidents. If there's one of these, I don't count it. I throw it out. But in the next step, I will review the dealership. Okay, I've already reviewed this one and the other one. Del Mar doesn't have as great reviews, so I keep that in mind as well. I mean, they're not awful reviews at all. You can see up here they got great reviews. I mean, there's so many different websites you can get reviews from. Is it worth it to pay $2,000 more for this 2017 at $13,000, or would you save your money and pay maybe $8, $9 or so, a little bit more? 45 is still pretty low. 45 is still solid on miles for 2015. Let me know your thoughts. This is because, again, I'm not a super shopper or anything when it comes to cars, so I really want to hear your thoughts here, guys. See, Timothy says Dodge Dart Sport. And if you guys don't know, I'm going to reset the Philips Hue light here, by the way. For you guys that don't know, the Dodge Dart is what replaced the Dodge Caliber. They brought back the Dodge Dart. You know, that's an older model that they discontinued. They brought it back and they replaced the Caliber that I drove with the Dart. I have seen a few Dodge Darts, Timothy. Dodge Dart Rally. Sleeping Elephant, you don't need a moonroof, just a scooter. Fun fact, guys, since I don't have a vehicle right now, I did take a scooter today, a couple blocks down the road to the gas station to get this very amazingly delicious Monster Energy. I know it's not great for you, but I took a scooter ride down to the gas station and get energy drinks. That's funny, Sleeping Elephant. If I could scooter to work, I would. If my office was close by. Thankfully, you know, being in sales, I can work from home and make calls from home, which is what I'm going to do until I secure that. I'm getting this car. Don't tell a dealership, guys. I'm getting this car probably Tuesday, Wednesday. Obviously I need a car, right? So I'm looking to move pretty fast here. Dwayne says we can't see them. Uh-oh. Did I not put it on display capture for you guys? Oh, I didn't. Did I? Oh no. My fault, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I just wasted 5 minutes of your time. I'm so Oh, I'm so sorry. Technology. Okay, really fast. 2015 Volkswagen. Here you go. You get I'm putting a timer on. You get 30 seconds starting now. 2015 Volkswagen Jetta. Very nice. Solid car. You could pay maybe 89, right? 89, 45,000 miles, 15 seconds left. 2015, 45,000 miles, still pretty good on miles. 10 seconds. 2015 Jetta, going once. Just wait, you don't have to make a decision now. Okay, that's 30 seconds. Let's jump over to the Volkswagen. Another 30 seconds, go. This is new. This is a 2017 Volkswagen Jetta, 2 years newer. Again, it looks like we got the LED daytime lights. Very clean, no moonroof, okay? They're asking 13. We could probably get this for maybe 11.9, 11.8. So you're gonna pay about $2,000, 5 seconds left. $2,000 more, but it's got a lot less miles. 13,000 miles. Last call, 2017 or 2015. Again, they're both sharp cars. Would you save the 2,000? Maybe even 3,000, right? If I'm talking about 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, that's about $3,000, guys. All right, sorry, we didn't have display capture mode on. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back. Kenny says, sometimes you can negotiate better this time of year because it's so late in the year. Absolutely. That's true. And I know they sell off the previous year's models. But, I mean, for my budget, you know, I'm looking at a tight $9,000 to $12,000 budget, um, just because I'm not looking for a new car. With the Caliber, remember we bought it new at 18,000, and I would have rather have. Well, I like buying it. I would like to buy a new vehicle, just again for the accomplishment's sake. But hey, nothing wrong either way. I mean, again, I'm not paying for the depreciation on these used cars, so that's the good thing. A lot of people prefer to buy used cars because you're not paying for not incurring the depreciation when you buy them new. So, and hey, when you saw 2015, 2017, those are still pretty new cars. That 2017's got like no miles on it. What do you guys think? Rich says 2017. Oh, geez, Andre, thanks for joining. Val says, hello. Hey, Val. Thanks for joining. A-Rob says, get a Honda. Andre's firm on the Impala. Guys, I need, I appreciate the suggestions. I want to hear your opinions about the 2015 versus 2017 Jetta. Or, hey, if you do have suggestions on other manufacturers, we'll see what's out there. Sleeping Elephant, you forgot a lot. Forgot a lot of what? Sleeping Elephant says Japanese cars are super reliable. My choice. A-Rob says there are certain things you have to do when buying a vehicle. Rich says you plan to keep it long term. For the 2017, I would. See, that's tricky. I would. I mean, if it's 13,000 miles for a 2017 Jetta, that's a solid car. It's an investment. It's a great price. If I can get it for, what, 11,800, even $12,000 for a car that's 13,000 miles at a last year's model, well, 2 years technically. We're getting into 2019. But that's a solid vehicle. So, yeah, that was a Rich. Rich, I would probably keep that Jetta longer, obviously, than the 2015 Jetta, which is at 43,000 miles. Val says you should buy a Bugatti. Oh, I will comment on luxury cars, guys. I will comment. My goal is obviously, hey, we all want to do well in our careers. Is I want to excel in my career, right? Excel with YouTube and businesses around, YouTube and whatnot. So I would love to save the money for a Tesla Model 3. That's the car that I really was trying to save up for. And now, unfortunately, I have to spend some money prematurely. So that's going to hold off that, obviously. But I would love a Tesla Model 3. But I mean, you're talking about upwards of 50,000 for that vehicle. Now, there's great government incentives here in California for electric vehicles. The cost of ownership is a lot lower because obviously it's all electric. And I just love those vehicles. I love modern designs, minimalist designs. That Model 3 would be fantastic. But again, California is very expensive. Buying a vehicle is one thing, but housing and the housing market's another thing. So I do want to buy a home eventually here in California, and I have to keep that in mind as well. Saving money for that primarily. So I can get a nice Model 3, but park it on the street, because I'm renting still. Nothing wrong with renting. This is a great rental spot we're at right now. Fantastic rental spot. Or, you can get the house with the garage, so you have a more secure place to park it. But hey, most people do rent here. Rent is very expensive. So there's a lot to consider, guys. There's a lot. This is life finance management, isn't it? A lot to consider. Rich, if you want it for Uber, the 2015. See, that's interesting. If you want it for Uber 2000, see, that's the thing, is I would feel better doing the 2015 Jetta on Uber and Lyft, which I would do, versus the 17, because 17 is so new, 13,000 miles, and I would be racking up a lot more miles. And I feel a little bit less guilty about it on the 15, especially because I can get it pretty dirt cheap. You guys told me that's a great price on the 2015. If we can get it for, hold on. Yeah, they're asking 9.5. I can get that for 8.9 probably, around there. That's a great price. I mean, 45,000 miles, this car's got plenty of miles left on it. Now, granted, like we talked about, this is all considering a car inspection, right? We need to make sure that these are solid miles on the car, nothing's wrong with it, and we're gonna pull a Carfax on probably both of these. These are the ones I'm interested in the most. We'll pull a Carfax on both of these just to check service history, anything like that. So Val says, what time is it in California? It's 4:43 p.m. I'm going to open it up to questions, guys. We typically do an hour live stream. That's a 45-minute mark almost. Guys, I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate you being here. This is kind of to bring it back to the seriousness of this situation. I mean, it's really fun to look for vehicles. I mean, I'm getting excited looking at these Jettas. These are sharp-looking cars, more sporty and modern than my Caliber was. But I mean, I also have to consider, like, hey, you know, I got to run the numbers on these finances. I have to make sure it makes sense for my expenses, my finances. I don't have a vehicle right now, and I've been getting. It happened yesterday, so I haven't gone many places today. But thankfully, we have a lot of transportation options here in San Diego. I mean, it's San Diego. I can walk. Right? It's beautiful out. I walk. I took the scooter to the gas station, which I won't get bored. I won't get bored of riding those scooters. They're really fun to ride. And of course, there's Uber and Lyft. And thank you to everyone that has used the links in the description to sign up as a passenger, because I get coupons when you guys sign up for Uber and Lyft as a passenger. So luckily, I've had some coupons on the few rides I've done. I've only taken rides, that Saturday once I didn't have the car, of course. So this is going to be, and again, feel free to ask me questions about cars that I'm considering. If I would consider your suggestion for a car, if you have suggestions, post that in the live chat, or if you're watching this in the rebroadcast. In the coming weeks, in the coming week, really, you're going to see a new car on this channel. I'll do a whole walkthrough of the car that I eventually get. I'm going to need that car here ASAP. So look for that here on the channel. And a lot of you guys are more car people than I am. So I'm talking to, my parents, my brother, my friends, talking to you guys about this decision. It's a big decision. And I want to keep the monthly payments low. I mean, hey, I could buy another $18,000 to $22,000 car. And if I was in Pittsburgh, I would probably be upwards of a $25,000 car or so. But the living expenses here offset some of that equity. Is that the right word? I don't know. Cash flow. It offsets the cash flow that I would have had in Pittsburgh, right? Just because rent is, 70% or 2 times, who knows, more expensive here. Val says, how old do you have to be to deliver Uber Eats on a bike? To my understanding, Val, for anything with Uber Eats, you have to be 18. I don't think it matters if you're going to be a bike courier or a car. I believe it's 18. Now, hey, if it is a bike, that may be different. It may be different based on markets, but generally 18. You can check. You can type in Uber Eats delivery requirements and then punch in your city. Uber Eats delivery requirements San Diego, and it usually pulls up a city-specific website which you can go over all the criteria. Or you can just message them on Twitter, right? Go to Uber or Uber support and message them on Twitter or Facebook. Someone will get back to you there. Rich says, speaking of time and question, Mike, what do you think about the Pro 7 eliminating daylight savings time? Pro 7? Oh, that must be something in legislation. Pro 7? I don't know. I know there's a few things in legislation here in California. I don't know. I don't follow politics like that. Eliminating daylight saving. I have no idea. I have no idea, guys. I could not explain to you how that works and why we have the time adjustment. I don't know. I'm good at customer service. I'm good at sales. I'm good at social media, a few other things, but get into that stuff. Prop 7. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what you meant. Any other questions, guys? One more time. Hey, if you're just joining, here's a 10-second recap of what you missed. My 2010 Dodge Caliber, 130,000 miles, died on me yesterday on the freeway. I need this car for rideshare, for delivery, for other things in the gig economy, right? That's the basis of the channel to help you guys out. We're in the market for a vehicle because of that. The budget is around $9,000 to $12,000. I would like it under 60,000 miles, and we found some good options, as in this 2015 Volkswagen Jetta, asking 9.5, 45,000 miles, or what you guys are kind of seeming to lean towards is this nice, even shinier 2017 Jetta with only 13,000 miles. I think I'm going to contact these guys if I haven't already to set up a test drive tomorrow. They both don't have moon roofs, which I would really like, but hey, 13,000 miles, this is basically a brand new car. They're asking 13. I need to get that down lower, but they're asking 13. So this is going to be a replacement daily driver, my commuting car, right? My only car. I think a lot of us have this one car. And it's going to be obviously my gig economy car. And I don't know, I mean, these Jettas look really sharp. I think they're a little sportier looking, which I like. So there's a few trade-offs here. I would be sacrificing the moonroof. I know. It's like, hey, just get over your moonroof. I get it, guys. The Caliber had the moonroof. I used it all the time. Now I'm bummed about it. That's what I get, isn't it? So that's what you missed if you just joined here. We're taking some questions right now, if you guys have any questions. See, Val says get the 2015 Jetta. It's a tough call. I may lean towards that 2015 Jetta just because the price is cheaper. The miles are still solid. It still looks just as... See, if it doesn't have the daytime LED running lights, I don't know. I don't think it'll look as sharp, but it still looks nice, right? It still looks nice, 2015. That's still 5 years newer than my Caliber was. And it may make the most sense for me financially. And putting the gig miles, the side hustle apps that we'll use, I won't feel as guilty putting miles in the car because the car is depreciated more than that 2017. Those are all great points, guys. Any other questions? I appreciate you being here, guys. I'm going to let you know in the next week here. Follow closely, by the way, on our socials, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat, here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe to the channel. I'm going to let you know in the coming hours, days. It's going to be days. It won't even be a week. I'll let you know in the coming days what happens here because I need a daily commuter. With that said, guys, I appreciate you being here. Thanks to everyone that left a super chat. If you do want to help out, you don't even have to help out at all. But if you feel like helping out, there is a PayPal link down in the description if you want to help with this funding. It's going to go to the car, right? Any donations, which would be really appreciated, are going to go to the vehicle. I'd really appreciate it, but hey, you don't have to whatsoever. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Val says both look very sharp. You will get compliments. It's a sharp looking car. Yeah, absolutely. So with that, any other comments or questions, leave that down in the live chat. Leave that down in the comments. You guys have been very supportive. I appreciate your thoughts on this. It's good to hear. I'm glad you guys are here in this conversation. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.